Guys, welcome back. And today we are going to discussing about how to run for parallel execution and also how to rerun our failed test cases. Okay, these are the two concepts we are going to discuss. First of all, how to run for parallel. Okay, and the parallel is basically first step we need to go for uh, cucumber.json file here. Okay, and we can kept the last comma, enter here double quotation, and we can call it as a parallel. Okay, and then mention for two or any, how many you want to run for parallel, that many you can able to mention the number. Once you mention the number, automatically it will pick it. Why we required for parallel execution, right? To reducing the time of executions, we can open for multiple browsers, multiple scenarios hitting purpose, and immediately we can close it. Okay, now if you go and here now run it. Now automatically it will start for execution. Now see, started. See, two browsers it started and one browser is closed already. Two parallel execution is complete, two scenarios got passed. Okay, like this we can able to do for first. Cannot find dot hyphen fill. One second, some. If something error is coming, not able to find field type. Now parallel execution we are able to see, right? Now see both browsers open and it is closed, and dot file. Okay, somewhere something issue. I'll find that one. Okay, later we'll see. Now we are able to run for parallel execution, right? And now we can able to do for rerun also. In case our scripts got failed, then we can able to see also. Okay, and here I mentioned for one particular test case, that's why it will execute for one. Okay, and now I mentioned this one and I want to run for some failed test cases. How we can able to run failed test cases? For this we need to do for some modification. Okay, and this format section is there, right? In cucumber.json file, here there is a format section. In this section you can able to mention one line that is called rerun colon at the rate rerun.txt. Sorry, txt. It's a txt format. If there is any scenario is failed, we are going to see for this particular file in our project. Okay, how we can able to do it this one, and after in case if something is failed, whether we can able to see for txt file or not. Okay, now you can see here rerun.txt file it is presented. Okay, it is automatically it will create when it is execution is started. Okay. Now all parallel execution is started. Okay, three test cases got passed. Okay, if you go for and see, nothing is there, but we can mark it for to failed purpose. We can do one thing. Okay. We'll do here. Okay. I'll give for wrong name to failing purpose. Okay. Now again I'm going to run. Now again I'm running. We need to see inside a rerun.txt file. I want to see for one failed case. See, one test case got failed. Okay, three scenarios, two failed, one pass, whatever it may be, we can fail, right? And now you can see one future file got failed. Okay, you can see here there is a file login.feature is there, right? In that particular file it is got failed. Okay, now I want to make to pass purpose. How we can able to do to run for this particular failed case? For this again we need to do for one setting. Okay, that is package.json file. You can come back to here. Okay, and here we need to change a small, like here we are written for test. In the test we are used for to running this one, right? And also we can able to make it for one more thing, like last also we can mention comma enter, and here test colon failed. Okay, and colon, and then you can specify for your double quotation cucumber hyphen js. Okay, at the rate rerun dot txt. Okay, because that is a file we have in here. Okay, now if you see here again, if you run this particular one, now you can see now it will in case if something is failed, 3 got passed. Oh, now it is again it is passed. Why? Automatically it is taking for some cookies. Once, okay. We'll run and see one more time. I'll intentionally I closed it because it is taking some backup and all. Okay, now it is got failed, and our failed case is presented. Two cases are failed now. Okay, now we need to run for failed one. npm run test colon failed. Okay, test colon failed, because that is the one we mentioned in the package.json file. Okay, now it is taking for that particular rerun test file. To got past it. Okay, if you see now there is no file here. Okay, now in case if you see, right, basically what will happen, only for two scenarios got passed it. Okay, but in case something it is run for all the scenarios, uh, I'll do one thing, I'll remove this one. Okay, I will remove. Basically here two scenarios are there. Okay, in the two scenarios we need to see further. Okay, the same test case I'm going to run here. it should run for 3 scenarios. Basically, it will run for 3 scenarios. Sometimes it will gives like this, but while we am trying, right, that moment it is running. Okay, we'll see for the report what exactly it is there. Then we'll see why it is not generated. Cucumber file location and test and see. Basically, we run for only one, but it is giving for 2 scenarios, 2 future files. One is login future file and another one is login scenarios.future file. These two it is presenting, but we ran only for login, but it is running for login scenario as well. Why means there is a, again I will return back. In a cucumber file, if you see there is a star. If you mention the star means automatically it will run for all the things. Okay. In case if you remove this one, okay, now again we'll run it. That failed one, npm run failed. Now what will happen? It will run for only for specific file. So it is running for only specific file. Automatically fail, no issue. But see now only one particular scenario because it is taken for that particular future file only. Previous what will happen? It is taken for 2 future files because we mentioned in here the path as a star. Okay, that's why it is taking for all the file values. Now I don't want to like this. I want to specific file which is failed, right? That specific file I want to run it. Then how we can able to do? Okay, that is purpose. We can copy this particular default is there, right? We can copy that everything. Okay, we'll see path is already okay, and come down and the last right, just make it for 1 comma and enter, paste it. Okay, then go up and here we can mention as a tag as a rerun, tag as a rerun. Then this particular path we can remove. Okay, now we removed for that as well. Now come back to our cucumber dot no package.json file which we are mentioned for test colon failed. In this specification we mentioned, right, here we are going to use for -p rerun, -p and rerun. This is the command. It is going to say that whenever we hit it, it will hit for only for this particular rerun configuration. Okay, rerun configuration. It will reuse this particular one. Okay. Now if you run now again, because we saw that one failed, right? Purpose again I'm running. Now come back to here and enter. Now you can see only one because we are using for specific file to rerun again. Okay. In case sometimes what will happen? Uh, Sometimes, right, in a most of the times when we are configured from that Azure DevOps, okay, Azure DevOps time, we definitely face some issues while these particular folders and all, if it is not presented, definitely we'll see some failures, right? To reducing that also, we can able to use one pipeline existing like a FS extra. there's a plugin called FS Extra. That particular folder, what will happen in case if that particular folder is not presented, it automatically will create. Or else, if that folder is having already some data like this, already having some data, it will automatically clear that and again reuse it. Okay, how we can able to do this kind of operations means we can go ahead here and create one install one plugin called FS Extra plugin. Okay, npm I fs hyphen extra hyphen d. Okay, I'll copy this one, I'll show you here. This is the plugin. Okay, and you can make it as a enter. Now it is installed at, okay, it is already installed. Then we can create for one file called init. We can create one helper class here inside this src folder location. Okay, one folder called helper. Okay, inside this particular folder I'll create for new file called init.ts. Init.ts. Okay, now in this particular file what I can do, right, I'll write for some couple of steps. That is called first we can import this fs documentary from require, and here is basically fs extra. Okay, now I install imported that package, and here we can use for try. In this try we can able to use for fs dot ensure directory. This is basically it will check that if that particular directory is present or not, hyphen result. Okay, and then one more thing, catch block we can write until here, and we can show some meaningful log that is called not created any folder called test hyphen result plus error. Which error it is going to show, that particular error we are going to make it. Okay, and one more thing, if the directory is already presented, we need to make it as a empty. Okay, empty directory, and we can mention for the same name. Okay, this is the name we are going to use. Okay, now I'm saving here. Now again we'll run, and before running what we can do, right, this particular one we need to call. Okay, because if you are not call this particular file, then automatically it will not help us to create it. For this we need to go for package in the top, the scripts location, and we need to use for pre-test. Okay, what pre-test we need to do, and we need to do for npx space ts hyphen node, and we need to copy this particular specific relative path, and we need to specify here. Okay, and it is basically a reverse, right? Okay, if you delete also, automatically it will create. Okay, in case if it is already exist, it will do for some empty, and again it will run. See, first it is hidden and there is no data. Now it is created the data. Okay, Previous it is not there. It is clear and again it is created. Okay. These scenarios got passed and everything is fixed. Okay. Like this we can able to do it. Okay. In this particular session, what will happen in case in real time when you are configuring into Azure DevOps, right? That moment it will help you to do that. Okay, in Azure DevOps also. Okay, I hope it this information help for you. Thank you for watching and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.